Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome all of you back here, and I know that a lot of you have been really exhausted with watching the last two documentary films that I have made, the Sandy Hook Conspiracy, All Roads Lead to Rome and Israel, Part 1 and Part 2. And y'all do remember in Part 2 I mentioned about this document that you're all seeing right here. And I'm going to reiterate on this document, and I want to make sure that everybody can clearly hear me and clearly understand me. This is extremely the most biggest information breaking news that I could ever share with any one of you. And I don't know how and why that no one's even talking about this document on the mainstream media, and why there's still nothing being announced about it. You know, this is really disturbing. But I have to get this out there, ladies and gentlemen, because this document claims that there's going to be a bank heist on March the 20th, between March the 20th and March the 22nd. March the 22nd is also the Skull and Bones number 322. If you know what I mean by that, those of you that knows about the Freemasons and the Skull and Bones, the secret society that control the governments as as the masters of what's out there in the open, like President Obama is just a puppet. Like you've heard his expressions many times. But guys, listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, watch carefully. This right here, massive bank cyber attacks are planned. Now, you got to take in mind, like I said in the last couple of videos, the Blitzkrieg special video that I made about this subject, including the information I shared with you all in the last video yesterday when I posted it up on the Sandy Hook Conspiracy Part 2. This right here document, it was made back in December the 13th of 2012 on the CNN Money Report. And as you go here, they even have it printed out in big letters in green, vibrant colors saying, "Warning, your accounts is under attack." And this warning came out by this group right here called EMC. Y'all see that? EMC Corp. They're the ones who issued the warning. Now, there's a reason why these people issued the warning, like I've tried to explain to you in the last video and also in the Blitzkrieg. The reason why that they issued this warning is because this company is the one who is issuing the attack. They're the ones that's planning the attack. They're the ones that's working together with the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, in preparing for this attack. And I'm going to show you by documents, by their own admittance. And I'm going to explain to you all that Israel are not friends with America. They haven't been for a long time because they're not on board with completely leveling the entire Middle East for their sake, for their one-state solution. And this is what Benjamin Netanyahu is wanting. He's wanting to make complete war with these people. But watch this carefully. Now, remember what I said. McAfee researchers upheld in October reports from the RSA. RSA is partnership with the EMC Fortune 500. Okay, they're in other words, they're business partners that are in business together. EMC owns half of their stakes, and RSA owns half the stakes of EMC. Okay, of what the company brings in. So, the security wings of the IT giant EMC Corps. Okay, now, this company issues out the warning. RSA startled the security world with its announcement, okay, that a gang of cyber criminals have developed a sophisticated Trojan aimed at funneling monies out of the bank accounts from Chase, JP Morgan 500, Citibank, C Fortune 500, Wells Fargo, WFC Fortune 500, eBay Fortune 500 subsidiary, PayPal, and dozens of other large banks known as Project Blitzkrieg. This is what they call this attack. Now, to focus on this word, Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg is a German word translated from German to English meaning lightning war. But it doesn't stop there. Put the war to the side. Don't focus on the word war. Focus on the word lightning. Translate the word lightning from English to Hebrew, and you will get Barak. So what they're trying to say, they have codenamed this war as Barak's War in secrecy. And this is what this actual word means. Okay, this is why they chose this word. They've even used this word many times when they were invading inside of Lebanon and all their enemies in the area and the territories of even Gaza. They've used this this word here, this terminology, and it's even researchable. You can go into Google and you can type this in. You can see how many times the IDF and Israeli have used this word in codenaming their attacks against their enemies, and you will see that it's quite a bit. But anyhow, so now we got that cleared up. You now understand what blitzkrieg means. It is a code name that is used mostly by the Israeli Defense Forces. So the plan has been successfully tested on at least 300 guinea pig banks in the United States, and the crime rings had plans to launch its attack in full force in the spring of 2013. You listening carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is breaking news. This is the biggest news any of you can ever even listen to. Because I am extremely angry about this, guys. The staged shootings in Sandy Hook, this right here, it puts it on the roadmap that Israel has been playing us for the longest, and they have been perpetrating our own demise. They have been creating our own downfall since our friendship with them in 1948. Since our support for them in the last 48 years of our lives, we have been given to this country military weapons. We've been given them billions and billions of dollars and have left our own people starving in the streets because of the fact that these people we thought were God's chosen people. But ladies and gentlemen, after tonight, you're going to find out that they are the devil in disguise. And I'm going to show you this by fact. Here you see that this company is trying to blame Russia for the attack. They're trying to create the fall guy. But this company, EMC, was working together with Israel. Watch. Look at there. The same company that was sitting up there telling you all that there's going to be a major attack, okay, on our cyber war, they created a secret force called a very highly secretive unit, task force, intelligence force in the IDF called the 8200 unit alumni. Okay, you can see here that they had a meeting in there. That you can see that they were organizing it and that they were getting ready for cyber war tactics. Okay, but this is not where it starts, guys. They even admit that they're hiring hackers, that they hired over 1,000 hackers. Over 1,000. Now listen to this. Here, when confronted about it, the Netanyahu, as you can see here, denies that this task force even exists. This lying SOB right here that you're looking at on your screen lied, ladies and gentlemen, clearly. And I'll show you how they lied. Because even his own office, right here, the Prime Minister's office said on Tuesday that Netanyahu began his work as head of the task force. As it is being created and structured for security reasons, we won't reveal the task force budget. You know why? Because this budget's coming from the United States. You think these people are paying for this? No, our pockets are paying for that. And now, watch what happens. We're paying for our own demise, ladies and gentlemen, because they're turning this task force against us. And I'll show you in this next document. Watch. The reports of Mossad hacked Syrian computers. That shows you evidence that they've started hacking computers, that they've been doing this. Remember, I told you, I made a special documentary on Japan. In the Fukushima, I made a 6-part documentary showing you how a company, Magna BSP, from there in Israel, was behind the Stuxnet virus attacks on this Fukushima plant. And I told you, they triggered the earthquake on purpose to cause a disguise so that no one would see that Israel was in that country. I've even showed you documents on their own admittance that they were in that country before the damn Fukushima nuclear power plant had went into a meltdown. They even admitted that they caused the meltdown inside of Iran's in Tehran's nuclear power plant. They caused it to shut down. Here they're admitting that they caused this one to shut down. The only one that's doing any hacking, ladies and gentlemen, is this company. And you will see here, watch carefully. IDF also is admitting here that they're building elite hacker teams amid cyber threat. And as you go on through this whole information right here, comes amid concerns over growing threats to Israeli civilian military networks from Iran and terrorist cyber attacks. See, this is what you call the smoke screen. This is where they're trying to make everybody believe this illusion that there's an imminent threat against their country. You follow what I'm getting at? Because, watch, this is on the Jerusalem Post, ladies and gentlemen. This is not from any of our newscast here in this part of the world. No, they're keeping this all a secret from everybody. In order for you to get the real truth, you got to go to their country because they're there bragging about it. They're there over there celebrating our stupidity has been conquered. They're laughing at our asses, ladies and gentlemen. Look on this next document. IDF admits to using cyberspace to attack enemies. Wow. You see what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen? EMC was working with HP. Okay, they now are partnership with HP's cloud program. Okay, and as you're going to see here, all the scientists that are in partnership with EMC, you see them right here. Watch this. Watch this real carefully. Ready? Let me go down here. This guy right here. Look where he works for. And look who he has worked for right here. See that right there? Look, let me enlarge this so you can all see it clear. All right? This guy works for EMC. You see it? EMC Corporation. Prior to the founding CloudLock. CloudLock is the cloud software by HP. This guy is an entrepreneur, CEO, and co-founder. And this is what they're talking about is the cloud being used inside of Google. These guys have been stealing information for a long time, and because they keep a recording of everyone's passwords, everyone's accounts, everyone's real name, everyone's address, everything. And they even have the ability of using Java to plant criminal materials in your computer and make you guilty, make you look real guilty, and ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't even explain how it got into your computer because it's going to look like it came from you clicking on the mouse on a website that made you that was there, that made you look like you had put it there and you clicked on that mouse, and there's no way you can reverse it because they can operate your computer even when your computer's turned off, ladies and gentlemen. You look at it. These companies work for EMC, and they're all, look real careful. I want you all to look at this real careful because you're going to see that all these technicians are all IDF military scientists. Right there. See where it says IDF? See it right here? They all began in his career in the Israeli Defense Forces, with several technology leadership positions in the military intelligence. This is their website, ladies and gentlemen, CloudLock website. Okay? And over here it shows you how CloudLock is using manipulation. And I want you all to listen to that. In fact, I'm going to let you all listen to it now because this is the best way to listen to it right here. All of them, every one of them are all in IDF military. And they're all working for AT&T. And even got their education and got their degrees inside of the United States. We breed them, they kill us. We breed them, we kill us. We give them the education, we give them everything, and they turn around and they use that education against us. We give them all the weapons only to use against us, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. IDF forces, okay, Boston, they all a part of it. Boston Cloud Service, they're all a part of it. Every last one of them. Now, like I said, I'm going to take you over here to this video. I'm going to play this video for you so you can all hear it. Please.
CloudLock Collaboration Security, making Google Apps the most secure cloud platform in the world. CloudLock Compliance Scan is an industry-first pattern matching engine that identifies, classifies, and secures very sensitive information, including personally identifiable information like social security numbers, PCI data like credit card numbers, and any custom regular expression, allowing Google Apps customers to address auditing and compliance requirements in Google Drive. CloudLock's security policy engine provides the visibility and control needed for Google Drive, Docs, Sites, and Google+ to create enforceable, acceptable use policies, search for keywords and metadata, find and fix exposure, audit sharing permissions, generate compliance reports, monitor changes in access rights, and get alerts when changes occur. Secure your Google Apps data while saving time. With CloudLock Collaboration Security, you can put Google Drive security on autopilot with scheduled scans, alerts, change history, and a full audit trail. Use CloudLock's end-user enablement feature to delegate sharing responsibility to data owners and get automated emails when sensitive data permissions change. CloudLock Apps Firewall helps enterprises extend their security practices to include apps that have been granted access to their Google Apps domain. It discovers all apps installed by end users and shows the extended permissions and access available to each installed app. Discover all apps with access to your domain through a centralized dashboard. See which apps have been added by admins and users. Understand the access scope for each app. Find out what each app is for and what it does. Monitor Google Drive adoption. Enforce your approved applications policy. Classify apps as banned, not trusted, or trusted. Keep a full audit trail of apps that have been granted access and classified. Maintain control of sensitive information and intellectual property without blocking user productivity. Notify and educate users when they grant access to banned applications. Check for a specific user or for all users in the domain. Generate app activity and classification reports. Support a distributed global workforce.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, what they were trying to do. I'm sorry about that. So what they were trying to do is that these guys here were clearly trying to manipulate all of you to give all of your information, saying that all these security so that nobody can get into your program. But every time you gave them information, they're storing your information, and all this information is going straight to the IDF. You understand what I'm getting at? Because all these people are all there. IDF is taking everyone's personal identification. Yeah, they're making you protected from anybody in your town, in your local area, in your state, in your country, and around any other place other than Israel from getting into your computer. But they are recording everything you do, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't get it out of there. That's the reason why Israeli government has control of Google. That's the reason why Israeli government has control of YouTube. That's because they're documenting everything, and they're sensationalizing, excuse me, I got my tongue twisted there. They're sensationalizing all of the information, keeping everybody from looking at this information because they own this stuff. They control it. Okay? So they're trying to keep all the blame game stuff away from from anyone seeing the truth, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason why when I make this video, you need to get this information out there as fast as possible. Now, look at this right here. Again, there's more information. This is from the England newspaper. I've showed you this all the last time, right? This right here is showing you that even Israeli told the prisoners either become hackers because they're interested in what you... Look at this. I want y'all to see this. Let me read that out loud for y'all. Okay? Just that little segment. Y'all can read the rest of it to your heart's content because all of the information is going to be posted below the video. But look at this right here. I want to open that up real quick. It says, Israelis Unit 8200 Cyber Warfare. Israelis demonstrated its intent to conquer cyber warfare in the 1990s by presenting the country's legions of hackers. Legions. They use that word meaning 10,000. Or more. Legions means anything more than 10,000. Hackers with a choice between prison or working for the state.
Google Apps the most secure
this is in the England newspaper.
Okay? Scan is an
and they even admit it. Look, right there. They admit it. So there's nothing to deny.
Sensitive information.
They're very proud of their corruption.
Like social security numbers.
Here again, manufactured cyber attacks on banks validated one world currency. That's their whole point. They want to destroy the entire banking system and get us all under one damn control. And it's all going to be by them enslaving us. Again, look at here.
Acceptable use policies.
This is another article from another Israeli newspaper. Israel is preparing their cyber army under the Unit 8200. Here you see right here, ladies and gentlemen, the Israeli military has set plans to boost its cyber warfare capabilities with a better cyber army by expand its Unit 8200. It has become clear that the demand for soldiers in this field is growing, which is why we are searching for solutions not only in Israel but abroad as well. A top official in the manpower decorative
It discovers
Directorate, Unit 8200 Israelis equivalent to the NSA is undergoing a massive expansion. The U.S. Army the U.S. Army ad slogan may be, "The Army needs a few good men," but the IDF Unit 8200 slogan is, "The IDF needs a few good hackers." Actually, not a few, more like hundreds, if not thousands. And this is from them, guys. This is from them. This is not stuff from my from my creation. I didn't create this stuff. They are. But as you can see, even here in 2009, a malware known Stuxnet was used in the first cyber attack that targeted Iran's nuclear facilities, followed by the malware Flame that attacked the Islamic Republic's oil industries, uncovered by the Moscow-based Kaspersky, a leading information security firm. Flames turns every computer it infects into a spy, transmitting screenshots, instant message chats, data files, and recorded conversations to its operators. This is what Israel has also admitted, ladies and gentlemen. They have admitted being the Stuxnet inventors. They bragged about it. They were even boasting about it. You can see it to the finest. Let's see if this article right here says it. Okay. Let's go down here, because I remember reading it on this article here. I think it was that I seen where they even admitted on the Jerusalem Post. Well, you can see here where they admitted that 8200 does exist. We go down here a little bit. It's not going to be on this one, but I think it's going to be on this report here. Okay. Let me read this document right here for you all, okay? Israel's Mossad espionage agency used Trojan horses programs to gather intelligence about a nuclear facility in Syria, and the Israeli Defense Forces destroyed it in 2007. So they admitted that they attacked the Mossad. The Mossad is admitting that they had destroyed it with a Trojan horse programs to gather intelligence. See, what they're referring to is the Stuxnet virus. Okay, that's what they're referring to. But I have video footage to show you by their own admittance that they created the Stuxnet virus to attack nuclear power plants. And I even have more documents that admit that this company, Magna BSP, that was out of Dimon, Israel. This Dimon is in the middle of the Negev Desert, ladies and gentlemen. It is one of the high facilities, military facilities, where they do a lot of their cyber warfare tactics. And this is where they also designed, working together with the CIA, have designed the most sophisticated cyber weapon in the world. And this is what what this Stuxnet virus is. And what it does is like it said there, created a mirror image where it records data from your computer, and it shuts down all of your emergency alert systems in a nuclear power plant. But on the outside of your screen, when you go by and you're doing your checkpoints in those nuclear power plants, it looks like systems are running as normal. But what happens in the background is that your emergency systems all shut down. So now you're all seeing this, guys. You're all seeing it for the first time, that how these people have been perpetrating all these events of shutting down nuclear power plants to any enemies that they so choose to do. And get this, Japan was an enemy to Israel, ladies and gentlemen, because Japan became the first state nation to donate $10 million to the Palestinians to rebuild the Jericho walls, the Jericho city. They were the first country to actually give money to Palestine to rebuild Jericho. And that was a no-no to the IDF. That was a no-no to Israel, the Mossad. Because they were already trying to wipe Palestine off the map. That's the reason why you've been seeing and hearing on the news for all these years that they don't want no more existence of these people. Because with these people alive, then it shows fact that these people are the actual owners of Israel. And they want to wipe them off the face of the map and create their own deeds and forge their own deeds to make it look to the world that they own Israel. Now, and I'm not talking about the Jewish people, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the government of Israel. Okay, so be careful, don't get that mixed up. But nonetheless, if the people are supporting what they don't know, it's just like the Americans supporting what they don't know in the United States. No different. But now you see, The Israeli people know that they're being lied to, and if they're not investigating what they're being lied to about, then they're just as guilty as the government doing all this, just like the American people. Okay, so this is what I believe. And so anyhow, so as you can see here, you can see that they created the Stuxnet virus. And after I give the commentary of this news broadcast, of this breaking news, guys, this is got to go viral quickly. YouTube is going to try to stop every bit of this, okay? But you all need to go and try to get this out there as fast as possible. Download this video, make multiple replicas of this video, and share it to everyone. Because they're going to try to hide their asses like they always do. Pardon my French. But anyhow, back over here. We already seen how they created the Stuxnet virus, okay? Also, you see here in another Israeli newspaper clipping here, they admit that they created the double unit, okay? It's a double unit where they created a manpower special intelligence force. And here, they even said it here. Look at there. Look at there. They even admit it here that they even made it. Look at that. See there? Right there, Stuxnet. The Israeli Channel 2 reports, okay, Hebrew, the IDF intends to double the manpower of its Unit 8200, which is charged with waging cyber war on Israeli enemies. See, they're waging the war. They're the ones who's doing the war, ladies and gentlemen. It is not freaking the Middle East that's trying to wage the war. It was not Iraq who's trying to wage the war. It's these people who are trying to wage the war because they're trying to get the one-state solution, because their pagan god, their demonic god, this demonic man who wants to be a god, wants to destroy the entire world and make it look like it's the Christian's god that's doing it. Or is the Christian God a part of it? Is the Christian God the same God as Jews? After all the writings were originated from the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls were written by what? Jews. So put it together, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to say anything bad here, and I'm not trying to come against Christian people, but ladies and gentlemen, these God's chosen people that you all think is God's chosen people are perpetrating not just an attack on the world, they're even perpetrating an attack on the people who supported them the most. United States. Look at this. As you can all see, cyber war on Israeli enemies. It plays a role akin to the NASA here in the U.S. and was responsible for creating the Stuxnet flame and the other cyber virus which have disseminated Iran's nuclear and oil facilities. Guys, man, this is, there again, Homeland Security Newswire. Veterans of the Israeli secretive Unit 8200 had many successful high-tech startups. This right here is showing you all the corporations that were involved in this plan of carrying out cyber attacks. For the Forbes also admits that they're even looking for even graduates out of high school or out of college that have an IT education to join the forces. You can see there. Well, it's all over the news, guys. But ladies and gentlemen, back to the very beginning of all this, one more time. This is the company who issued the warning. This is the company working together with Israel. The same people who are hiring the freaking hacking groups, guys. So if you think that this is an anti-Semitic attack on Israel, you people got another thing of thinking. It is not an attack on them. This is them attacking us. And we hadn't done nothing to these people. Robbing our banking system. And you want to know something very interesting, ladies and gentlemen? You want to know something? I'm going to show you another thing real quick. Let me go back over here to this. You see these companies right here and the other companies that they're referring to? Let me highlight that so you can all see this. These companies, ladies and gentlemen, are all tied together like best buddies. They're not stealing money from a private person or a private business that has nothing to do with any of this global domination crap. These companies are a part of the global domination because they're all being investigated for fraud. Every one of these companies are all tied together like one damn massive freaking spider web. And they were all involved in Sandy Hook, the Aurora shootings, the shootings in the high school that y'all heard about, the boy that wore the killer shirt on his shirt. This was all psyops, ladies and gentlemen. And the damn prison chief, Tom Clements, out of Colorado, who just got shot day before yesterday, or yesterday I think it was, got shot in the chest and killed by a rifle. But they can't find the shooter. But just days before this man got shot, and this guy, he's apparently was a man who was supporting gun control, or not supporting gun control, but supporting the idea that Americans should have the right to bear arms. Well, this man is taken out. Pardon my French for slapping in the microphone. This man's taken out, okay, because they were trying to get a law passed inside of Colorado for gun control, and as of this morning, the governor passed that law. See, the whole idea, all of this was all a scam, ladies and gentlemen. The shootings at Virginia Tech, the sister of the shooter at Virginia Tech, worked for a corporate company that has a contract by the U.S. Defense Department. On what? Cyber warfare analytics. And I showed you that in the Sandy Hook conspiracy video. I showed you all this, ladies and gentlemen. They're all tied. Robert Holmes, the shooter of the Aurora's father, of the Aurora shooter that did the shooting in that theater, the father of James Holmes is Robert Holmes, who worked for Fair Isaac, who is owned by FICO. He's the scientist that created the software. You see what I'm getting at? That caused LIBOR, they sold it to LIBOR, they distributed it to LIBOR so that LIBOR can fix Europeans' credit scorings and for the corporate companies in Europe, Serco, and all these other companies that were tied to Serco to get loans at the most lowest level so they could buy all this business, such as prisons, such as influencing government to take part in it. That's the reason why they grew over 1,200% in less than 10 years. It owns everything. Prison camps, military. These people even control the damn nuclear clock, the GMT clock. They control everything, ladies and gentlemen. I showed you this all in the last document. I've showed you many documents that showed proof from Leanne Cheney, which is Dick Cheney's wife, wrote a memo showing the time is different from the actual event that happened in real life, how the time was manipulated. She had in her memo the planes were already 6 miles off the coast a lot earlier than what it was in reality. In reality, it made it look like it was a lot later. So it shows you somebody's lying. And it surely wasn't us. And nonetheless, I'm not going to talk about 9/11. This is not about 9/11. Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news, and you have to move quick on this. But you want to know why all of this is happening. Why the Sandy Hook and all of this is happening, ladies and gentlemen, was because they were trying to disarm us, because they were trying to use drone aircrafts to shoot American citizens. And they're getting ready to collapse that economy all at the same damn time. They're collapsing that economy, robbing those banks, these J.P. Morgan, Fortune 500, and also Citigroup and Wells Fargo. All these groups, ladies and gentlemen, were all involved in the LIBOR scandal. Or the LIBOR, Cyber. Sorry about that. I'm so worked up about this, guys. But here you see they were all involved in the LIBOR scandal. This is what I'm trying to express to all of you. But they knew that they were going to do this on March the 22nd. That's why the shootings happened on December the 14th, to hurry up and kickstart this, to get people motivated, to get them pumped up with anger at a bunch of children getting shot in the damn school. They killed kindergarten people, and so y'all need to get over there, and you guys need to start supporting us, because we need to get these guns out of American people so no more of our kindergarten kids get killed. It was all staged, ladies and gentlemen. Because they've got to get these laws passed quickly because they're getting ready to rob the bank. And they know as soon as they rob those banks, what's going to happen in America. We're going to go nuts and we're going to start stealing. We're going to start grabbing everything we can off of every shelf from every one of these corporate companies that own all that stuff. We're going to grab everything. We're going to start stealing because we know we're going to start starving. And what's going to happen? We're going to start killing each other. And then they're going to start killing us to protect their damn merchandise. And bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. You know what you have? You have now crisis out of order. And they have the justification. And they're going to do it. They're going to express it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe me, that's your problem. I can only give you the information. You see it in black and white. You see it on mainstream media. You see it by their own admittance. You're not just only hearing this just only from some damn nutcase conspiracy theorist country boy who cannot even pronounce or enunciate any hard words, or maybe I just have trouble trying to hear the message, and I'm getting it all confused. Guys, I'm not getting nothing confused. And I may have some trouble pronouncing words. But that's okay, because it's so damn much stuff going on in this world, and it's all collaborated, and I'm trying to get it in an hour video so all of you can see this. Your lives, all of you, depend on this. It depends on this. You don't know this, you die. You don't know this, you starve. You don't know this, these people will wipe you off the face of the planet because you stayed in the damn dark, and that's your problem. You can't blame me just because I got a few words mixed up and didn't pronounce the words right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am angry. I'm not angry at you for accusing me of not being able, or making fun of me because I pronounced the word wrong. I'm angry because I cannot break the freaking wedge of your ignorance. I'm talking to those that refuse to take this information serious. After you see this video, after I get done talking, you people are going to see their videos, and you're going to see their commercials. You're going to see it on their footage, everything that they put together. You're going to see how they used even fake Muslims, where they disguise themselves as Muslims, pretending to be jihadists for this 8,200 unit group, who were going to go infiltration inside of the Middle East, instead of Syria, instead of Iran, to disguise themselves as natives there or as militant groups to get access to their damn computer systems to shut down their systems. But the question is this all what they got to do to get into the country, or is Syria actually wanting them to get into the country? See, that's the other part. Are these people all being perpetrated and manipulated into being a part of the IDF and allowing this to happen? Well, look at what America's doing. America's been friends with these SOBs for a long time, and now they're sabotaging our country. They backstabbed us in the back, ladies and gentlemen. So I wouldn't put it past any nation at all for being on board to this. And that's what I'm talking about. We're running out of time. And we got another day or so before this all happens. Barack Obama is not inside of Israel by photo op. He's not there to make friends with Israel. He's there to watch his attack because he worked together on this attack. That's why he passed all the laws for Israel. He's just a puppet put into position just to play the damn role. And they're going to make him guilty because it's why they call this Barack's War. Blitzkrieg. They want the world to see him when America falls apart. They're going to make America fall apart while he's over there showboating in front of Israel. And they're going to try to say that it's Russia that's doing this attack. You see this right here? They've already covered their asses. They're already now right there in the wide open, ladies and gentlemen. They're already trying to say it's the enemy from Russia that's doing it. But it ain't them. It ain't nobody in Russia doing this. It's Israel. And Obama is going to be there to watch the show unfold. And this may be by proxy that he's doing it on purpose. He's there on purpose so that the biblical prophecies will play into effect here by proxy, so that he becomes the Antichrist who receives the mortal wound, and that he rises in the third day, so that everyone will marvel at his miracle and worship him upon the world as being the Messiah. Guys, I'm not, you know this, I'm not afraid to admit to all of you, I'm not a believer in the Bible. I believe there is a true creator. I believe the difference between the creator and this God in this Bible. I know the difference. And what we're given right now, I believe they're definitely going by blueprint in the Bible. They're definitely making this appear as a prophecy. And they're going strictly by the scripture. They're going extremely by it. They're going precisely by it. And I told you all before, Barack Obama's name was mentioned in Luke 12. When you go in there in Luke 12 and you look at the word, I saw, the scripture reads, I saw Satan falling like lightning from the heavens. They were identifying who Satan was, the Antichrist. Satan is a metaphoric word. Satan is also used for identifying the Antichrist. I saw Satan falling from the heavens like lightning. And what they're referring to is the two key words. Sorry about that. The two key words, heaven and lightning. When you take these two words and you translate these words from its English to Hebrew, heaven is what? Obama. Okay? Like lightning from the heavens. Barack Obama. Remember I told you what lightning was. Lightning is Barack. Heaven is Obama. In the Hebrew it was actually Bama. But when it was translated into Greek, they added an O to the word Bama, and it became Obama. So what they're identifying is they're identifying the Antichrist in Luke 12, in the Luke 12 chapter. They're showing you who the Antichrist was in that scripture. They weren't, heaven and lightning in that scripture was not referring to a place where you and I, when we die, we're going to go. It was referring to a secret code of who the identity was of the Antichrist that the Christians are expecting to happen, or expecting to take power. You see what I'm getting at? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to continue. I'm going to play these videos for you. I want you all to pay very close attention to these videos, because this is from them. You're going to see it. This is crazy stuff, man. Please, I stress with all of you, hard enough. I've worked hard to get this information out there. Please share this. This is with everyone. This is very vital for that. I can't, I'm out of words, man. I'm still shocked for that, guys. I'm going to give, this is warning number 2, or actually number 3, shall I say. This is number 3 because I made a video especially for this, and I'm making the second video especially for this, and I also added the second warning on the Sandy Hook conspiracy video. Guys, I've already showed you how it's all connected. I've already showed you with the facts. That's all right there in front of your screens. When you click on these videos and you watch them, they're already there, and all the links that I showed you here are all going to be posted below. And if they're not here, I'll post them on another website where you can go click on them, because sometimes I have a lot of information, a lot of links that back up all of the information I share with you here live on this video recording. So, like again, hit you on the other side if we don't make it in this lifetime. Guys, it's going to get really rough. I'm telling you, I can't put no more stress into this than what I am right now. It's going to get really bad. Especially when this company is the one issuing the warning, and we know that it's Israel is doing all this. I know without a shadow of a doubt, and I put my life on it. And I'm prepared for it. Crazy stuff, guys. I'm off the charts. I cannot believe this, man. And it's right in your face. Anyhow, until then, man, I'm going to slip out of here. I advise you all to click on every one of my videos. Get every document that I have posted on all my videos. I may be some funny looking sounding hick from Texas. I may be one crazy boy. And I may not pronounce words right, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm just as angry as any of you conspiracy theorists out there. I'm mad at my government for lying to me. And I'm mad as hell at Israel for betraying us. Especially when they stole all my money and manipulated all of my money out of my pocket to pay for their weapons, and used and stole my damn tax-paying dollars that could have went to my table to feed my kids or feed some homeless child or feed some homeless man that's that have already give his life for this country as a hero to fight for our freedoms. And we're like suckers sucking up the damn nubs of these assholes as slaves, begging for mercy upon them. Forget these people. I'm not a slave to nobody. And I hope you all think the same thing. Till then, take care. Get this message out there, people. That's all I ask. Take care.